Hey YouTubers, welcome back to the channel. It's that van guy again with another weekly video. Today's video is going to be my store finds and mail deliveries for the week. I didn't really find much in store this week, but I did get a few shipments from eBay sellers. Two different purchases from eBay, both great deals. I got about a dozen of these Corgi Juniors US vans or Chevrolet vans. They vary on the base. We'll check those out in detail. I got a really great deal on a dozen of these different versions, and they're all in really nice shape, considering how old they are. And then I also got this 1/25th scale Chevy Express van that I wanted to make a custom out of with the help of some of my customizer friends. I wanted to put some company graphics on it to make a replica of a work vehicle. So yeah, so that's a future project. Got a great deal on that as well. I generally don't buy 1/25th scale stuff. I try to keep it only to 1/18th scale and 1/64 scale vans is usually what I buy. But this one was a great deal, and I just wanted to maybe make a replica, like a custom thing out of it. So we'll check out the small stuff on this big van. Let me just grab the turntable and we'll start taking a look at this stuff in great detail. Okay, let's check out this 1/25th scale van. I could set it on top of my turntable. I'm not really sure how well it's going to work because I just have a small scale turntable kind of designed for 1/64 scale, and this is all metal. It's a bigger van. It's kind of heavy. I don't know how well it's going to rotate on there, but we're going to check it out. It says on the bottom, limited edition 10,000 Chevrolet van. It says made in China right here, and then here it says, I think this is the brand. I don't know how well it's going to show up on camera because it's all black. I just would have to get the light just right. But it says 1996 Brookfield Collectors Guild, New Berlin, Wisconsin, USA. So this is actually made, it says made in China, but the company might be out of my home state of Wisconsin. I don't know much about this Brookfield Collectors Guild. It has a copyright date of 1996. I'm going to have to do some research on this, Google it, and get some more information. That's kind of cool that it was a company from Wisconsin. The wheels move. There's not really much for suspension, but the bottom is quite detailed. It's got mufflers and gas tanks and front suspension, molded rear axle, leaf springs, spare tire underneath, all that stuff. The wheels do move, but there's no other moving parts in the bottom. It's just one giant chunk of molded plastic on the bottom. It feels plastic. But the rest of the van is mostly metal. It's a pretty detailed piece. Chevy Express van. I'll give you a shot of the front. It's got like separate little headlight pieces and Chevy grille. The side doors don't open, and the hood doesn't open, but the rear doors do open. But they almost look like they don't open because they're such a tight fit. They really are put together well. Like when the doors are closed, you really can't even tell that they do open because they fit together so well. Let me make sure I get these doors closed. See, they fit really tight. There's not much of a gap, so it looks almost like the rear doors don't open on this. It's done very well. But that's I guess it's Brookfield Collectors Guild. 1996 copyright. And it says limited edition Chevy van 10,000. It's got, feels like rubbery wheels, or they're like a rubbery plastic. I think they're rubber. But I'll see if I can throw it on the turntable and see if if my turntable is up to the challenge. Pretty cool. Chevy Express van. Pretty detailed for a 1/25th scale piece. Give it a little help. Kind of prefer that it would have no like windows in the side. Technically they aren't really windows, they're just tampos, so I probably could use some paint remover or something to get those like gray tinted, that gray paint off. And I could probably do the same with the rear doors, because they're not really windows, they're just gray paint as if it were like a tinted window. So there actually are no windows there. I could probably maybe take that gray paint off that simulates windows there and just make it a panel van in the back and on the passenger side. So that's that. I can't remember what I paid for it, but I know it was fairly cheap. I think I paid, I don't know, maybe, I'm pretty sure it was under 20 bucks shipped, maybe like 10 bucks, something like that, 10 to 15, can't remember. But like I said, I just want to do maybe a replica of a work vehicle, and not really sure what I'm going to do with that yet. Then we can go on to these Corgi Juniors vans. We can check them all out. Let me just get zoomed in a little bit better. Okay, here's the first one of the dozen that I picked up. I'll give you a shot of the base, because there's a slight base variation, or a couple of these are called different names. You can see it says just a fairly cheap plastic base, kind of cheaper plastic wheels, not as elaborate as like a Hot Wheels brand, but Corgis usually weren't. So it says Corgi Juniors on the bottom, and it says Chevrolet van, made in Great Britain. So we'll give this one a whirl, and then I'll show you some of the other ones I got. Don't know a whole lot about these. I think there's also like a Bedford van, which is kind of similar to this. This is supposed to be a replica of a Chevy van, I believe. One way to tell is the signature, like round portholes in the rear doors. They all have that. There's also like a Bedford van that has a huge round porthole in the side, I believe, that are very similar. Another casting. I think a Bedford van is kind of a crossbreed between a Chevy and a Britain company. It was like a Chevy's UK division or something like that. They made some vans that kind of look like a Chevy van. It was called a Bedford, I believe, and I have some of those as well. But these are all listed as US van or Chevrolet van on the base or bottom of these vans, and I got a dozen of them. So let's check out the next one. I'll give you a shot of the base first. This one is one of the ones that says US van on the bottom. Corgi Juniors US van, made in Great Britain. Similar wheels. I guess it says Unichem, the pointer to value. So this one might have been some sort of a promo for a company. I'm not really sure. It looks like it is an older one because it's got like a clear plastic sticker over the body, which was pretty common back then. Instead of them printing like a tampo or like an ink pattern or design on the vehicle, they would just spray the body a base color, and then they would put stickers over the top of the body. So that one was one listed as US van. And then I got a third base version where it says nothing at all, pretty much. It just says made in Great Britain. It doesn't say Corgi Juniors, it doesn't say US van or Chevy van, but it is the same casting. And again, this one is, looks like it's one that has a sticker on it. But I'll have to take a closer look at it. I'm not 100% sure. This one, actually this one might be actual ink on the body or paint. I don't think it's a sticker. So this one might have been a later release. Like I said, I need to do some research on these. I don't know that much about these. I'm much more knowledgeable about American releases like Hot Wheels and stuff as I am the Corgi stuff. But if you guys know anything about Corgi or Corgi Juniors, feel free to leave a comment down below and share the info that you have on these. I'll be curious to get any info that I aren't aware of, or any new information would be much appreciated on these. And next one, we got this one called Golden Eagle, Corgi Juniors US van. And this one has definitely got a sticker on it. This one's fairly common. Actually, I already have one of these. I do have a few of these in my collection, but it wasn't a real high priority to pick these up. I'm not really a big fan of the body style, the way they look. And they are a cheaper die-cast toy. They don't really have much for interior. I don't think they have any interior in them at all. Really cheesy, cheap plastic base and plastic wheels. And in my opinion, the van isn't a very accurate representation of a Chevy van. Just my personal feeling on it. Let's see if we can see. Like, you don't see any seats or anything inside there. Usually the windshield is kind of like smoked. Also, when you look at the base, you can just like see air through it. You can see there's really nothing inside. It's just like an empty hollow shell with a flat plastic base on it. So it's kind of like a more cheaply made die-cast van. Here's another Corgi Juniors US van. And this is Charlie's Angels version. You can tell this one's a little bit more weathered, slightly played with condition. You can tell the edges of the sticker are starting to come up on it. It's just like a pink van, pink base paint with some Charlie's Angels stickers on the side, and the porthole is just part of the sticker. The only problem is when these vans get older, the sticker loses its adhesive, and then the sticker starts to peel, and it doesn't look so good then. There's a blue Spider-Man version. This one also has a sticker on it. Unfortunately, I don't have a lot of information as far as like when these were released or how old they are. But I think some of these are pretty old. Next up, we have another superhero release. This one is fairly common. Superman. And you can see this one also has stickers on it. Just a metallic silver base paint with some Superman stickers on the sides. And you can tell on this side, especially because the sticker placement wasn't that perfect, and it actually, the sticker is up a little bit too high and over the drip rail on the passenger side. And like I said, I do have a few of these in my personal collection. Different ones that I have here, I believe, a few different ones. So I'll have to go through once I gather more information from the internet and stuff and become a little more educated on these, and I could do like a casting spotlight video on these. In my, if you take a look at my casting spot list playlist, I have a bunch of different Hot Wheels casting spotlights, and then I have some other brand casting spotlights like Johnny Lightning and Greenlight and Corgi. So check out my channel, check out all my playlists. Lots of different van castings that are featured on my channel. It's pretty much what my channel's all about. This one is the Fireball, and this one is listed as Chevrolet van. But they all say Corgi Juniors on the bottom for the most part. Here's a British Telecom version. And most of these pretty much all have the same exact wheels. I think they all have the same exact wheel style except for one that I already showed. Next up we have a Hertz van. Hertz truck rental. I think this one is more common. I've seen this quite a few times on eBay. This one's in real nice shape though. Some of them, the stickers are coming off and whatnot, or they're just really banged up. This one, luckily the seller I found him from on eBay, or bought him from, took care of his toys, and they were like mint blister pulls, or he didn't, buy the played with versions. Here's another Corgi Juniors US van. This is a Coca-Cola release. This is probably a pretty common one. This one looks like it has paint on it, though. It doesn't look like it's a sticker, which is a plus. A little bit played with. It's got some chips in the paint. This one might be an older one. It's probably one that's hard to find in really good condition. And then last but not least, this one, I don't know if it was sitting a little too close to the heat register or what, but it looks like the plastic base is a little bit melted on it. But the wheels do still spin on it. Even though it's a little bit melted. And you can't really tell. I think this one is a little bit more rare. This Royal Mail parcels. You don't see this one that often. And this one's in really nice shape. This one looks like it was, it's painted. It's not a sticker. It's nice, real nice shape. So that's pretty much it. Those are all 12 of the Corgi Juniors US or Chevy US or Chevrolet vans. So yeah, that's pretty much everything I got this week. Not a whole lot of variety. Some mostly small stuff, one big thing. And hope you guys enjoyed the video this week. Hope you found it informational. If you got any information about any of the diecasts in this video, feel free to leave a comment down below. If you enjoyed the video today, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. Also check out my Facebook page, That Van Guy. And also check me out on Instagram. My Instagram is that_diecast_van_guy. So check me out there as well. Thanks for watching, guys. As always, I appreciate it. Have a great day.